friendly competition and everything, but to the outside world and to everyone looking in, you'll never know that the Virginia HBCUs are not together, and that was the whole purpose of the summit. Oh, okay. And the solutions, we didn't write down the actual problems that we do have within our schools because a lot of them were very similar. So our first solution to a lot of the issues that we had is just to get alumni involved, and we can do that by the pre-alumni chapters that we have on campus, at our specific campus or just at everyone's, and do this by reaching out to alumni, asking them to be mentors for people who are on our campuses now. And rather than just asking them for money, ask them just to come back and speak. Ask them just to come and show their face so people know, like, hey, it's people who have graduated and who are successful that still appreciate their institution. Our second one is guidance sessions, and this is for people to create what they want to see rather than administration just giving us something like, oh, okay, here are the organizations that you have, now pick from them. This will be used, so the visual advertisement, so having something laid out, like whether it's in, we call it ours the Hendo, so whether it's in the Hendo and Mr. Rogers' office, like, hey, here is how you start your own organization. So it gives people a sense of belonging. It makes them feel as if they are contributing to the success and to the history of their university.
Next, we had the administration set a standard, and what we mean by that is we understand that the students want a numerous amount of things, so that we want administration to set a standard for us, and if we meet the standard, then that way SGA can step in and come up with something that we can give the students that they've been wanting. So, for example, say GPA. If the school asks if we could come to a GPA of a 2.7 together, that's low, but for example, and we come to it, then we come and meet with administration and come up with things that we can give the students that they've been wanting because we meet the level of things that administration wanted us to meet.
And lastly, we have transitional meetings and manuals. At first, this one was specifically geared towards SGA, but you can use this in any organization that you're in, whether it's Greek organizations or whether it's just an honor society or anything. This is for the people who are already in the organization this year to actually have a layout and have a manual of what they've accomplished, what the goals that they had at the beginning of the year, what they accomplished, what they didn't accomplish, and where the next people coming in, the next presidents or just officers, where they should pick up. And this is very impactful because a lot of times you'll see a lot of work getting done, and you'll see a lot of people push towards something, and then it all goes down the drain because they leave and no one knows exactly what was done. So this is very beneficial, not only on our campus, but everyone's, because you just want to ensure that the legacy that you're creating or the story that you want to tell still carries on throughout your tenure at your school and beyond that. And lastly, we just have our program idea, and this is one that really, really stuck out to us. It's called Bricks Broken, and you're basically writing a personal struggle on a brick. And you either break that brick to show, like, hey, this is what I struggled with and this is how I overcame it, or you keep it with you. You can carry it around. You can put it somewhere in your room to look at it, and it'll encourage you to it'll encourage you to break that bad habit